Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Patriots Extra Points, and we're joined as always by Chad Berry. Chad, how you doing?
Fantastic. How we doing?
Doing pretty well. So, unfortunate end to the Patriots. What was it, 7 game winning streak in
Yes.
Indianapolis this week? Talk me through it. What'd you see?
I saw, we couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor for crap, even though
Uh,
that's the entirety of what they probably prepared for.
in
It just didn't
fairness,
come through.
most teams cannot stop Jonathan Taylor this
No,
season.
I
He's
mean,
an absolute beast.
if he wins MVP, it's well deserved. And
Mm,
there was that stat during the game of like his yards compared to the last um, previous running back MVPs, and he's
mm,
like 100 yards short and like a touchdown short of like the average of when
mm.
they won. The last one was Adrian Peterson in 2012, I believe. And
Yeah, when he had his 2,000-yard season. That's pretty much what it
yeah,
takes. And even then, ask Derrick Henry. Sometimes that's not enough.
yeah, I mean, well, the average was like 1,600, and
Mm,
he's at 15, and there's still 2 games left, so
yeah.
he's probably gonna go over that average. But this is about the Colts.
No, this is not the Jonathan Taylor extra point show. This is about the Patriots. So really surprised, like slow start to this game after the bye week. The Patriots did not look great.
No, I mean the second half comeback was pretty impressive though.
Yeah, in the
For
fourth quarter they looked really good, and
Yeah, there was a chance. I mean, the clock was against them.
yeah,
I think if they had another couple minutes, sure. But the Colts had that 8 minute drive, which kind of killed most of our hopes. But I mean, when they got 17-20, and it's like, okay, we need one stop, and then it's kind of 2 minute drill down the field,
mm,
assuming that you stop them. But obviously that didn't happen. But I mean, for a young quarterback to be able to keep his poise in that situation and not make, I mean, he threw 2 picks, but
yeah.
that's some rookie growing pains, some you're facing a really freaking good team in
Mm.
their home. It's like it was a hard game. I don't think a lot of fans expected us to win that one.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely hard. And like you said, similar thing with Tua being a rookie last year. Part of the reason you want like a rookie to play is for these moments. When he comes out and he plays badly, he learns how to respond and how to like turn a game around within a game. And I thought he did a really good job of that. And, didn't
Yeah,
get too down on himself and put them in a position to potentially get a stop to tie the game. Jonathan Taylor had other ideas, obviously, but
right.
not all bad to take away from it.
I mean, Jones still had like his, I'd argue, third best game of the year. He was
Mm,
just 1 yard shy of 300, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's only gone over 300 twice, and it was 307, 310.
right.
So it's like, I mean, not a bad game for him, just kind of a you got hot too late game.
Mm, yeah. And
But hey,
realistically, he hadn't thrown the ball in 3 weeks. There's the
true,
Buffalo game, and then a bye week, and then had to come
true.
out here. So a little
That's
rust,
not
maybe.
wrong. Could have done
Uh,
it.
so one bright spot that I saw, N'Keal Harry. Where's this guy been? Right?
I don't know, man. I mean, anytime he does something good, it's like, all right, this is what we drafted you for years
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Yeah.
But it's we need to see it more consistently, like every game.
Yes.
He should be our number one wide receiver, but he's just not. Sorry.
He perplexes me because I watched his college like game tape and I'm like, this guy is so talented. How does it not translate to the NFL? It doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe you can
I
talk a
mean,
little bit
hey,
more.
some players just can't. Some players
Yeah,
just can't play with the big boys.
it's very true. Another bright spot, Hunter Henry. I believe he had 2 touchdowns, both of the touchdowns for the
Yeah, it
Patriots, right?
was. Yeah, he was their leading player for fantasy too.
Yeah. So I mean,
But yeah, no, he's been lighting it up all year.
yeah, he has been a really great signing for the Patriots. I mean, you knew like he had the potential to be this kind of a player in Los Angeles slash San
Hmm.
Diego. Just was always hurt, but he's managed to stay on the field, and Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels have managed to use him in a really great way.
Yeah, I mean, the tight end is the rookie quarterback's best friend, and
Mm-hmm.
we have two really good ones. I mean, Jonnu hasn't been, you know, what we thought he was going to be, but he's
Mm-hmm.
still, they give him end arounds. They give
Yeah.
him, rushing yards, basically. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
he's still a weapon, and he still has made some really good plays. We just, they haven't used him as much because you also have Hunter Henry, who's just happens to be the one who's, catching the big touchdowns and making the highlight reels. But Johnny was still out there. I mean, I think he's still a really good distraction, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you not want to cover that guy? He's basically a wide receiver with an extra 30 pounds of muscle on him.
Right. Uh, so with this loss, obviously, they lost a little bit of ground. They got to play the Bills again. What are you thinking coming down to the wire of this season?
Yeah, I was talking to my chief today about this actually, and if they beat the Bills, this game is really kind of the tell-all
Mm-hmm.
because I think the Pats are. Oh God, I think they're tied with the Bills for wins within the division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they
So
beat the Bills, they should have the division locked up. Like
yeah, if
they
they
should
beat the
be able to do
Bills,
it.
yeah, the division's locked if they beat the Bills because the Bills are the only ones who have a close enough record. Because I think the Bills are what 8-4.
The
No, they're not 8-4. They can't
Yeah,
be
8-6 maybe. I
eight
think
six.
so. Nightmare scenario for the Patriots, dream scenario for Brian, of course, would be the Patriots. The Patriots get to 7 losses. The Bills get to 7, or rather 8 losses, and then the Dolphins beat the Patriots last game of the season, and then they win the division. Very unlikely.
Yeah,
That's not something that's going to happen, but I do think if the Patriots
no.
can beat the Bills, then they are probably in the driver's seat and probably will win the division.
Yeah, I think the Pats at least have playoffs locked. I mean, they only need to win one of the last three,
Mm-hmm.
preferably two, and one. Because they face. I think it's Bills, Jags, Dolphins. So Jags, it's like probably should win that one, but you never know because they're kind of a new team
Oh,
right now.
you don't need to tell me, Chad. We lost to the Jags, so you really never know.
You never know with the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they got old booty fingers out of there. But I wish I could have said something worse. But if this is YouTube, I'm not going to swear my ass off. Whoops.
Appreciate it.
But 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 yeah, I mean, I think the Bills is the big game. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins obviously they're still a really good team. I think that's still going to be a challenge. But you really got it. This game coming up is, I think, the decider. If they want the division, win this game, they're
Yeah,
probably locked for the playoffs. Probably not the 1 seed because the Chiefs just took that over, of course.
of
But
course. Yeah.
but yeah, I think you beat the Bills and then you beat the Jags, then you can probably even rest some starters in Miami depending on how
Yeah, I think they
their
should.
their games go. Yeah, oh yeah,
I'm all for that. I think that's a great idea.
yeah. I mean, hey, if the win doesn't change much, then great.
Mm-hmm. I
But
mean,
no, I think we need to win too.
yeah, I was rooting for the Patriots in this game because I was like, okay, that'll put them ahead of the Bills even more. It will hurt the Colts' chances of getting a wild card because they're ahead of the Dolphins, and then maybe the Patriots will rest players at the end of the season. That didn't happen, so, so that's great. But yeah, I think the Pats are in a good position, and like you said, the Chiefs actually remind me a lot of like the Brady era Patriots, where everyone's like, "Oh, they suck this year. They're not good" at the beginning of the season, and then by the end of the season, it's like, "Yeah, they're the 1 seed again." Of
Great, here we
course.
go.
So they might be
I
the next
know.
team that everyone like hates if they keep doing this.
Are we just gonna see Chiefs Bucks Super Bowl for the next like however many years Brady's
I
in the
hope
league?
not. I hope not.
It's gonna get so old.
Oh my god. I just want. I hope Brady is
Like,
done with the Super Bowl. You've had enough,
oh my
Tom.
god. Yeah, no. If he wins 8, I mean, then he'll just say, well, we're going for 9 or some
Yep.
stupid crap. But
Yeah. As long as he keeps
I mean,
winning, he's
look.
not going to stop playing.
I mean, look. I love Tom Brady. I
Mhm.
don't think anyone can say they hate the guy. I mean,
No,
giving
of
us
course.
9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 wins. It's like good for you. Go win another one, but don't win it against my Patriots. And
Yeah,
if the Patriots are against the Bucks in the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the Patriots.
of
But at the same
course. You
time, it's
have
like
to.
But it's like if we lose, it's like, oh crap, Tom still wins. So it's like,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm still a Pats fan. I know a lot of New Englanders are gonna be like, oh, I want Brady to win that Super Bowl, but it's like it's not
Yeah.
about Brady and
Yeah.
Belichick. It's about the team, man.
Yeah. That'd be a real loss for the rest of us who aren't Pats or Brady fans. That Super
Oh
Bowl
my
would be
god,
tough.
it would be the biggest Super Bowl I think ever.
It would. It would.
And
The storyline is incredible.
oh my
Bill
god,
Belichick
we
versus
would
Tom Brady.
yeah we would never hear the end of it for the next like 3 years unless it happened again. But which is a very real possibility. But no, I mean I think going back to the topic at hand, I think the Pats likely have the playoffs. It's probably I think they're going to be a wild card spot. Hopefully they can hang on to that 2 seed so we can face kind of a crappier team and
Right.
get a path to the division and conference. But I think they're going to see the Colts again more than likely and have a second whack at trying to stop Jonathan Taylor, who
Good
I
luck.
mean I kind of want him to be MVP. I think he would be a great MVP.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting, at least. I think Aaron Rodgers should win the MVP based on how he's played this year. I don't think he will because of the COVID stuff. Because, I don't think the media will do that. Which, I think if you're just looking at the game, you should give him the MVP. But I can get why people don't want to be the person who voted for him during all this.
Yeah, they take a lot into account. It's a lot of like game stats obviously is the big thing, but if in this exact situation where it's kind of a coin flip between Rodgers and Brady, they look at all the outside stuff too. Which I mean, I got that from the Pat McAfee show where they look at kind of who the person is because MVP represents the league that year. So
I know it wouldn't be the best look, but I will say Aaron Rodgers should be MVP this year.
I think he deserves it at this point. I mean, if he keeps on doing what he's doing, then fuck yeah. But
and then Jonathan Taylor has a case, but I feel like they just don't like giving it to running backs anymore. Like it's become a quarterback award, which
it's a passing league now. It's been for like probably the last 10 years, at least since I've been watching football, which was I think I started really watching in like 2010. But,
like even when Adrian Peterson won his, that was like very extenuating circumstances. He rushed for 2,000 yards, like almost was 9 yards short of the all-time record for rushing yards in the season.
Yeah.
So like, that's
Derrick
like
Henry
okay,
was
you
around.
have to do him. Yeah, and then Derrick Henry, he had 2,000 last year, and they didn't give it to him, which like to me was like okay, then they're never gonna give it to a running back again. If like you do 2,000 yards and you still don't win, like. I don't know. You'd have to score like 30 touchdowns or something.
It's
something just ridiculous.
I mean, other running backs have had like well over 2,000 combined yards. I mean, look at McCaffrey every freaking year. He's actually healthy. But no, imagine if Derrick Henry just played this year. I mean, he was like, I think he's still like the 4th leading rusher right now.
Yeah,
he's been out since
so many
6?
yards when he got hurt.
He's been out since like week 6. It was like 930. But
he's
my God.
Beast, just such a beast. And hopefully he'll come back for the playoffs because I think the Titans are much better with him, and I think watching the Titans is a lot better when he's playing.
Yeah, he is the Titans.
Yeah, exactly. Which, hey, another case for why he probably should have won MVP last year, but I think Tom Brady will probably win MVP. He's like the safe
if he wins
choice.
a Super Bowl, yeah. Oh yeah, if he wins Super Bowl, then he's a lock.
Yeah,
but hey, Aaron Rodgers didn't win the Super Bowl and he got it, so who knows?
Yeah, well, it is a regular season award. Remember, it's announced the week before the Super Bowl. But so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think Mac Jones got a lock for Rookie of the Year. I'm kicking myself for not placing that bet earlier in the season.
I don't think he has any competition. Who else is there?
No, Jamar Chase was on a great clip for a while, but
he's had a few duds.
Jalen Waddle was on a really good pace for like receptions. But he missed a game this week because of COVID, so he's probably not gonna like challenge the record for receptions for a rookie. So he's out of there.
Gotta be Mac.
It's gotta be Mac Jones. Plus, I mean, same thing with the MVP. It's really become like a quarterback thing.
Yeah, I mean, even if you take out position, I mean, he's had just incredible rookie year.
Yeah, no, of course he's done great. So Like I said, I'm kicking myself for on draft night not putting a bet in. Those are probably the best odds for it, but is what it is. I can at least rest my hat on being in the right camp in terms of he's going to be really good on the Patriots.
Yeah. No,
So,
I'm excited for if we don't. I mean, if we don't go far this year, I think it's only going to get better with him around. So
yeah, no doubt. All right, Chad. Anything else you want to add before we get on out of here?
no, man, I'm excited for all this football coming up. We have football every day for the next
This football on
week.
right now.
Yeah, we're missing the game right now.
We're missing a game, and I just missed the Browns game. I assume they lost to the Raiders. They had their third quarterback who they just signed off the street playing. So
It was 13-14 Browns.
Oh.
They got a late touchdown.
Nick Mullins.
To
Look at
Harrison
him.
Bryant, his first
Wow.
touchdown of the year.
Wow, Nick Mullins.
So I don't know what's. They had like 2 minutes left before I had to come up here. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll find that out. But Chad, thank you so much for your time. And where can they find you online?
Always a pleasure. You can find me on Twitter at ChadPerry25 right here and Instagram at ChadleyJP.
Follow him there. Follow me on Twitter at TheFakeMar. That's BMARR. Channel's on Twitter at Wicked Sport. The main channel's on Twitter at WG Everything. Instagram at Wicked Everything. Twitch at twitch.tv/Wicked Everything. This is, of course, youtube.com/Wicked Sports. Thank you so much for helping us get to 100 subscribers. But please keep subscribing. We don't want to stop here. We want to keep growing.
Do on it. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you all in the next one.